Hello everybody, this is 3D modeling using Agisoft Metashape Professional. And so here you go. Now, as a quick introduction, Agisoft Metashape Professional is a program that performs photogrammetric conversions of photos into 3D spatial data. Now, this data from the software can be used for GIS applications and things like 3D modeling, 3D accuracy assessment, terrain modeling, canopy modeling, and more uses. Now, for this project, I chose to use to conduct 3D modeling on a single object to replicate the appearance as accurate as it is in real life, or as accurate as real life counterpart as possible. Now, for a study site data for this project, my study site was Missouri State University's campus in front of the Robert W. Plaster Stadium, and I took photos of the bear statue in the front of the stadium. Now, in total, I took 80 photos from different angles all around the statue, beginning from in front of the statue and taking a photo every every step, going right all the way around to the front where I began. Then these set of photos were uploaded from my smartphone to a folder I created for this project. Now, first part of my methods was to obviously start off the program, then go click on the workflow tab, and from the drop down select add photos, and then navigate to the folder where all my data was saved, the photos I had, and this is what that looked like. Then I selected each of the photos, all the photos I took, and then I added them, which and it loaded into the interface of the program, which looked like this, as you can see the photos, and also um, the cameras were visible in the reference tab, as you can see right here as well. Then next, for my methods, I went back to the workflow tab, and in the drop down select align photos. Then I had these settings: accuracy high, key point limit 40,000, and type point limit 10,000. And with the higher accuracy, it took a little longer to load than it would have with the medium or low accuracy. But when it was done, it came out like this. And once I got this finished, I added a region by using the move region tool on the toolbar underneath the tabs, and I moved it to where there's area in front and behind the statue, but not too much around it. But once that was done, I clicked on the workflow tab again, and in the drop down chose build dense cloud. My qualities, as you can see right here, are high, mild, and I turned on calculate point colors as well. And from the advanced drop down, and set it to higher quality, just like before. It'll take a little longer than it usually would if I had a medium or low quality. So once that was done, the next step, my methods. Well, before then, the dense point cloud came out like this, and after I created dense point cloud, I had to move my region around to adjust a little bit for the dense point cloud. But once I did that, I built. I went to build mesh in the workflow tab and pick these settings right here. So depth maps, high quality again, face count medium, and I left this as default. And I also selected reuse depth maps. Then I clicked OK, and the mesh came out like this. And and now I was on the last step of my methods. I went into the build texture option in the workflow tab, and I chose these settings: diffuse map images, keep UV mosaics. That's the default, and had enable whole filling and enable ghost filter. Then I pressed OK for the texture. Oh, and also the texture count is 10,000, so not too high, not too low, somewhere in the middle. But then I pressed OK, and these are the results. So I would say it's pretty accurate, but the top of the head is not as good as it could be. I didn't get great pictures of that area, so that's the reason for that, most likely. Also, the model is tilted for some reason. Now, I'm not exactly sure why, but I think it might be the data I had. Maybe somebody else's images were tilted a little bit and I didn't even notice it. But overall, I do think it's pretty accurate, but it could have been better. So, so there are things I could change here and there to improve it, but I don't. But I do think it's not bad. Thank you very much.